I texted Omar this morning. I said, hey, I want to talk about the Tua situation. Hawk is off, but I'd like you to join Crowder and I. And I was telling everybody earlier in the show, Omar, he joins us on the Toyota Hollywood Hotline, Miami Dolphins columnist covering the team for the Miami Herald. Yesterday, I'd asked Zach Gelb, who joins us. He's a national talk show host. We were just kind of asking him his national perspective on the Dolphins. He's not geared in like you are, obviously, around the team, but he's got a good pulse of what's going on, Omar. And we asked him what he thought the interest around the league would be for Tua Tagovailoa this offseason, or what he would have to do to garner interest. And he said his opinion that he thinks it would be virtually impossible for the Dolphins to trade Tua at the end of the season. And I clipped it and I posted it on social media. And this morning, I'm just looking at the comments, and Caleb Smith commented on Facebook, according to Omar Kelly, there's a huge market for Tua if you were to
Did not say huge.
well, and he said, so why don't y'all get him on this topic? I said, okay, Caleb. All right. I'll get Omar on this topic then. I want to be free and fair here. I'll get Omar on this topic. So, Omar, I would like to ask you, beyond everything else from today, you were at practice. You spoke to some of the players. I see there's no more Papa Shot, which I can't wait to talk to you about. What do you really think the market would be for Tua, or does he have to play a certain way this final stretch, final half of the season in order to bolster the idea of somebody trading for him?
I want you to know that you inspired my column that will be in today's Miami Herald, where the whole bottom portion explains what's remaining on Tua's contract. It's probably the most complicated situation to sum up to anybody. But the bottom line is Tua is getting $55 million from the Dolphins or somebody else next year. Who pays it? Who knows? And if you cut him, then you're basically having a dead cap of $99 million. So he's playing in the NFL unless he retires and cashes out an injury settlement. And I think that that's a slim possibility. Now, when I said that there are teams that were interested in Tua, that was based on me talking, reporting, and I know head coaches that are definitely interested in Tua. One of them does have a quarterback now, and then one of them we depends on the situation, how the season plays out. He might not have a quarterback. He might have a quarterback. Then you look at the New Orleans Saints. You telling me that if they don't end up with one of these hopeful quarterbacks, that they're not going to be interested in Tua and putting him in the dome situation? I find that hard to believe, especially considering his head coach is a lefty and just like him. So obviously, there's some commonalities there. There will be interest in Tua. The contract is not ideal. It's really going to be a turnoff to everybody, but that's the reality of the situation. I mean, but I have a hard time believing that he's not going to be here next year.
And to that point, or just to the attention he's getting or the interest he'll have, my thing is Tua can play football in this league. That's not what I'm saying when I say no, low interest.
Yeah.
Is somebody going to hand him the reins again? He's our franchise. Because I think, I don't know if you heard me, I think 2023, he's coming up. He's moving. He hit 2023. I think we hit the bell curve and he's going back down, or at least plateauing. I don't think we're going to see a better Tua than 2023.
Listen, even Tua said, and this is part of the column, he's trying to get back to where I was. I don't understand why my game has changed and why I'm not feeling as comfortable as I am. I know why, but I'm not feeling as comfortable. My footwork isn't right. I'm trying to get back to that old form. And I'm thinking to myself, with what receivers? I'm thinking to myself, with what offensive line? He's and this is not to make excuses for him. He does not look like the same quarterback. He is, he got that Jay Cutler disease where if you coming close to him, I'm throwing the ball away. It's out of my hand. Don't hit him. But he's also instructed to do this.
Right.
He's instructed to play this way because everybody hammered in his brain. Just keep yourself available to the team. Okay. Well, it's altered his game a little bit, slightly, just a little bit.
What? Oh, to that point. So I think you're a little higher on Tua than me.
Yeah.
But we talked about it where the Lions offense, that play action, having two hellified running backs, you can run the ball and win games. Now you have the deep ball play action. Tua's arm, I don't think can thrive in that deep ball offense. He can't play with in the Ravens offense or the Bills offense. He's not that athletic enough. Like, what kind of offense does Tua have to play? Does it have to be timing and throwing the windows?
Yeah, but he thrived in that offense, and he thrived throwing the deep balls in 22 and 23. We just haven't seen it in 24. Now, has the arm slightly decreased? I don't know, maybe, but I've seen Tua throw it 45 yards on a rope. That's not his strength, but that wasn't Ryan Tannehill's strength, and he played 10 seasons, if not more, as a starter in the NFL. I don't think it's the deep ball. I mean, and realistically, outside of Jalen Waddle, who are you throwing the deep ball to on this team? I don't necessarily
Alec Ingold. Apparently, Alec Ingold, Omar.
I do think he needs a little bit more targets, but that's a whole.
Stop.
Listen. Nobody ever defends Alec Ingold. Think about it. They always assume he's blocking. What's supposed he fakes blocks and goes out for a route? You know what I'm saying? On somebody like Channing Crowder, he'd probably be open.
Wow. We got you for 11 yards. Now you can't base no offense around that.
I mean, what you want? Listen, it's funny. I say this, and Crowder, you could understand. Do you realize that their best offense is 6 offensive linemen on the field and 4 targets? It's like they said, forget the 5th target.
Yeah.
We can play well if we can protect the quarterback. Think about that for a little bit. Yeah. If you run the ball better and you protect the quarterback, and he really don't need 5 outlets, why wouldn't you think about just going with 6 offensive linemen?
Yeah.
Just think about it a little bit. It works.
Omar, if Crowder could have been on the field as a linebacker going up against a team that had Larry Borum and Greg Dulcich as the 2 tight ends, you'd still be in the league.
Pro Bowler.
You'd still be in the
league. What? I can lock down Borum. Chokehold. But listen, you're right too. The 6 offensive line thing, they're gonna figure that out. They're gonna know Fat Boy.
Yeah, they will figure it out.
They're gonna start doubling people. Like, that was the thing about Mike McDaniel's stuff, and Oronde Gaston called it years ago. If his stuff works, it works. If they got him, there's no he can't turn a page over. There's no plan B, is what we kept calling it. That's what he had. It seemed like the 6 offensive lineman was a plan B, but the plan B didn't hit until 3 weeks ago. Hell,
we're 4 years in. I was begging them the year 3 when they couldn't run the ball to go to a jumbo package. But, that's besides the point. Right now, they're problem solving. They don't have Darren Waller. They don't have Tyreek Hill. Who is your second best weapon? Malik Washington? Devon Achane is probably going to catch more balls than any back in team history at this point. You have 2 legit weapons on this team. Who in the NFL can you beat with 2 legit weapons?
Obviously, the Falcons and the
Jets. They just caught him sleeping on that 6 offensive lineman.
Omar,
surprise.
Omar, before we let you go, I know you have a busy day ahead of you. The plan right now from the front office, they let go of Chris Grier. I don't think anybody's very surprised that was the move, but I do think there's people who are surprised Mike McDaniel is sticking around here. The plan moving forward, where we're reading reports that Mike McDaniel might still have a job next season, depending on how he does this year. What do you make of the whole thing? I mean, I see you laughing. What do you make of this entire situation? You keep Grier, or you let go of Grier, but not McDaniel. Like, how is this going to work out?
Let me counter your reports, which is, what else are they going to say? Let me counter your reports. Crowder, you remember when Joey stepped up in the meeting room and basically was like, Cameron, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm right next to him. I was grabbing his pant leg like a little kid trying to keep daddy home. Sit down, Peasy. Sit down. Man, you full of bleep. You don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah. Listen, the minute the locker room thinks you don't know what's going on, you can't fix it, and we are doomed, and they start checking out, you're done. You're done as a head coach. Gase tried to change the entire locker room. Who was it? Was it Gase or Joe Philbin? I think Joe Philbin tried to change the entire locker room too. It doesn't matter. When they check out, and they're not coming back. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing you could do. As long as one or two players is there, they'll sit there in the meeting room and be like, this Joker don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
So all these people were saying, Mike's safe, Mike's safe. Mike's safe if they start winning games, maybe. But think about it from Steve Ross's perspective. How can you sell this team to a fan base if you bring Mike back? Exactly what do you say? What do you do? This fan base they're done. They're like, no more of this. I'm good. I'm tapping out. And I really don't know if you could do anything other than massive change up to get their interest again. And it's going to be a tough uphill battle for this Dolphins organization.
They took out the Papa Shot. That they were interested in Papa Shot. Now they're not thinking about Papa Shot.
Well, they're getting ready for Buffalo, Omar, right?
Yeah,
They're getting ready for
listen,
Papa Shot was taking over their minds.
Listen, it's so funny because it's a Papa Shot and a basketball rim, but they took out both of them. And those things must have taken so many shots. The Papa Shot been broken like 4 times already. We're on week 9. The Papa Shot has been broken like 4 times. We're in the locker room. There might be 300, 400 shots taken, from the Papa Shot. You walk into the shower, Papa Shot. You try, you know how it is, Crowder. You try. You know what? It was a gathering thing. It was a meeting place. It was a bonding thing. I guess they figured week 9, we done bonded. We good. We
So the Papa Shot was a distraction. What's the carrot? Me and Salon talked about this earlier. You're talking about motivation or people checking out on McDaniel. What is the carrot that you're chasing? What's the carrot that what are they selling the players as that carrot that they're chasing?
It's funny because Bradley Chubb called. He's like, I might be delusional, but I still think we got a shot at winning games. And I'll be like, okay, Bradley, you are indeed delusional. People are playing for their futures, NFL futures, for their future roles, for their future contracts, for their future employer, maybe for their future head coach. This is really about, this is when you get the repeated to you, the eye in the sky don't lie. I got to put good stuff on film because that's going to be my resume. Like, you cannot quit on a team. It makes it very hard on you when you do quit on a team, and people are not going to want to employ you.
Omar, do you eat nachos?
No, I just cheese. Why would I do that?
I knew that because you don't eat sandwiches. Today's National Nachos Day. I figured nachos, there's just too much going on a plate for you.
It's the cheese component. I'll eat the chips with some picadillo. I mean, not picadillo. Salsa. I forget what people tell
you eat guac?
No.
Like guac and chips? You don't eat guacamole?
No. I will eat it in a roll, but I'll be like, but I'll survive with it in a roll, but I'm not enjoying it. No, I don't enjoy guacamole.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Y'all grown men don't eat nothing.
You don't eat like you don't eat mozzarella sticks?
Oh, I do eat mozzarella. If it's mozzarella, I'll give it a try.
Oh, it's fried. He likes fried cheese. You like fried cheese then?
Pizza and mozzarella sticks is probably about the extent of my cheese experience. But I mean, if I eat cheese, whoever's around me gonna pay the consequences. It's not just that I don't like it.
You got that milk.
Yeah, cheese don't like me either. Channing, you've been vegan for a hot minute. You know once you start eating all that stuff, oh man.
This guy, TikTok trend, Omar, this guy is taking down prebiotic, probiotic, kombucha. He spent $75 on some health vitamins downstairs. And meanwhile, he threw down 7,000 calories of sushi in between each of those kombuchas.
Hey, you're getting on your peptides and your collagen? You got to get your peptide collagen in you.
You know what? The collagen, I do need to research it. Like,
Look.
All them old cougars, they real big on the collagen. You know what I'm saying? To keep you young.
Look at he looks all sick and meagly.
What do you guys know about that collagen?
He's TikTok health guy final boss. Omar Kelly, read his work. By the way, it looks like our show inspired a column tonight. That's pretty cool. Read it. MiamiHerald.com. Omar, we love you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
All right. Omar Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. I knew Omar, the nachos question, I had it written down. I'm like, no way he eats nachos.
No.
I just knew it.